Greetings, tax tip lovers, and welcome to this week's top property tax tactics in just 5 minutes. Come, gather around, people, and let me share with you the story of Pete, who's a builder, and asked us to investigate what tax allowances are available for all the additional work and costs he's incurred in complying with the government's Covid-19 regulations on his various building sites. Well, right up front, I've got to tell you, this wasn't our bag. So we set about some serious research, and here's the thing. It is possible to receive cash payments from HMRC and or a corporation tax deduction, and I'm going to tell you how that works. If you're a property developer or contractor, you need to get on board with what I'm about to tell you. Okay, so what we're talking about are the costs associated with reworking building sites to keep them open during the pandemic. Pete has 7 sites, so as you might imagine, this was important to him. To cut a long story short, firms like Pete's that were required to redesign sites and introduce new safety measures and processes necessary to ensure safe working can reclaim expenditure through the government's research and development tax credit system known as R&D tax credits. Now, R&D tax credits are a government incentive designed to reward companies for investing in innovation, and they can be a valuable source of cash for your business. You can make an R&D tax credit claim to receive a cash payment and or a corporation tax deduction. And if you're making a claim for the first time, you can typically claim tax relief for your last 2 completed accounting periods. Now, stick with me here. Originally, the R&D scheme was established to encourage companies to create innovative products, processes, or services. In most people's mind, that means techies or geeks and the image of white coats and laboratories. Well, that's the case sometimes, but not always. Any tier one contractor like Pete, and this applies to subcontractors too, are eligible to make what's called an enhanced claim, which is one associated with overcoming the COVID-19 impact on construction. The fact that not many people appear to know about this does not mean that it can't be done. And let's be honest, it's a really good application of a government scheme which provides real benefits just as it was designed to. If you drill down into the rules, you'll see that the R&D scheme also applies to overcoming technical challenges in creating new or better processes and developing improved or safer working environments. And that's exactly what Pete's firm has been doing. The government was and is very keen to keep building sites and the economy working, and most of the work necessary to overcome COVID-19 hazards is eligible for R&D claims. So much of the work Pete's firm did to overcome the issues caused by COVID-19 should be a valid R&D claim. Circling back to what I said earlier, this is a technical subject and it likely requires input from a specialist R&D firm, but there are plenty of them, and most works on a no duck, no dinner basis. There are valuable allowances and you likely are entitled to them. So if you're a builder or developer, go forth and investigate or get someone to do it for you. Oh, and the same principles apply to anyone who's done work, for example, to make office buildings safer for COVID-19, or say to make meeting spaces safer, or to limit traffic around the building, etc. So let me repeat. R&D credits are a government incentive designed to reward companies for investing in innovation, and they can be a valuable source of cash for your business, which you can use for any purpose. You can make an R&D tax credit claim to receive a cash payment and or a corporation tax deduction. And if you're making a claim for the first time, you can typically claim R&D tax relief for your last 2 completed accounting periods. Okay, I hope you found that useful. And as ever, if it's time to take action to sort your property tax planning, then here's how. You can do nothing and stay in the exact same place and pay a shed load of tax unnecessarily, or you can follow the link above for a free Power Hour review with property tax experts who are ex-PwC and ex-HMRC, and will make your property tax planning like it was our own. All right, stay bright. Catch you again for breakfast next week. Ta-ra.